So the first starter in the 4.5 ton super sport class is a deer hunter with Christian Haaland from Norway. So deer hunter, first starter in the 4.5 ton super sport class.
Bremswagen schwer?
Ja, da geht's mit richtig viel Geschwindigkeit los und dann kommt da der Hammer.
Ja,
also
wirklich.
Das waren irgendwie so bummelige 85 Meter, würde ich sagen. So the next starter in the 4.5 ton super sport class is the Extreme Edition with Thomas Lingard from Denmark. Let's see what he can do with the new sledge settings.
So, jetzt wird's spannend. Bleibt er?
And on the first track with new sledge settings, I think. The test pull flag is still there, so I think the sledge is lighter again. The third tractor on the track, the Kronehag, normally driven by Klaus Fey, but he is in front of the tractor. So another one is driving his tractor. And normally this tractor is good enough for a full pole as well. So we will see how it is with the new sledge settings. Maybe the first official one in the 4.5 ton Supersport. Kronehag from Denmark.
Ja.
And there it is. The first full pole in the class.
Souverän.
Ja.
Ich glaube mit...
And on the first track we have the next tractor. Great experience with Wilco van der Laar from the Netherlands. Test pole flag is still there, so maybe the sledge setting is another one again. But we will see it after the run from the great experience. And it is another full pole. And I can see that the test pole flag is away on the first track. So that means the Great Experience has the first official one. So it's a full pole for Great Experience. And Wilco van der Laar is in the final with his tractor. And there is the next tractor on the first track. And a 4.5 ton Supersport class. The Red Impact with Henry Verslijs from the Netherlands. And if the tractor is running like it normal does, the Red Impact is also, or will be also in the final, I think.
Dann kommt der schwarze Atompilz da oben raus. Und los. Ja, ich denke, da gibt es einfach mal nichts zu sagen, ne? Lupenreiner Full Pull.
So second full pole in a class for Henry Verslice and the Red Impact. So on the first track we have as next tractor the Votec Blue Dream with Dennis Nielsen from Denmark. Normally he goes straight and easy to the full pole line as well. So if everything is running like normal, I think he can do it. Dennis was also a competitor this year in the Euro Cup and was on the second place right after the Simply Green, the big favorite of the class today as well.
Alter Schwede, da ist aber Dampf im Kessel.
That was another full pull, like Tommy said. For Votec, Blue Dream and Dennis Nielsen. Easy going full pull.
Mit einem
Niveau Kameki.
Ja,
Gesundheit.
du hast gerade ein Taschentuch
The,
gekriegt.
the next starter on the first track is the Hot Hunter from Finland. First tractor with meters tires on the track
Da
in that class.
tanzen auch schon ein paar Flammen. Und los. Oh,
And that was the turbocharger.
I think so.
Big Bang.
Sag gut.
Aber jetzt kommen wir nochmal
Deer
zum
Hunter?
Deer Hunter zu seinem offiziellen Lauf.
Na da schau her.
Deer Hunter is the next tractor in the final. Back to the track. We have the Extreme Edition from Denmark again. Thomas Lingard with his official run now.
Tja, geiles
Ja.
Schwein.
Ja, da hätte er zwischendurch auch nochmal wie die Queen winken können. Also das war
Wirklich.
ja... So the next starter on the first track will be Eric Peters with his international farmall tractor. He's not driving the Euro Cup, only a competitor from the championship in the Netherlands. And he is also good for it full pole, because the tractor has a lot of power. And in my opinion, one of the nicest and beautiest tractors with a hood in Europe. Very clean style, old school. So, Eric Peters. And that's another full pole.
Aber
Really,
schön.
really great. So the next
Schön.
tractor on the first track, as you can see, is the Fast Truck Madness, a complete new one. I've never seen a fast truck tractor in this sport before, but this year he's complete new on the track. And in the first year, qualified for the European Championship.
So, Bahn 1 wird ein bisschen Flammen gespuckt. Oh. Ah. Als wenn das Wastegate zwischendurch aufmacht oder so, weiß ich auch nicht.
Wastegate gibt's nicht.
Ach, stimmt, die haben komplett geschlossenes System. Ne?
Yeah. So the official distance from the first pool from the Fast Track Madness is 78 meters, 0.452. And on the first track, we're going on, and the next track there is the back end business with Alan Peterson from Sonderübung. So next starter, back in business, Alan Peterson. Let's see what he can do. And another full pull. Next starter in the 4.5 ton super sport class is the Secret of the Valley from the Netherlands. Also a really hot competitor and one of the favorite tractors in this class for the European title. Favorit, Secret of the Valley.
Daumen drücken. Ich sag, das wird's.
Wenn der so läuft wie sonst auch immer, sollte das kein Problem sein, hier ins Finale einzuziehen.
Ist das geil?
Er hat Bock. Yeah. The next tractor from Sweden is the Blue Viking mit Martin Göransson.
So, Bahn 1, wird nach Ladedruck gesucht.
Ladedruck gefunden.
Das hört sich so an.
Die Lampen gehen an. Auf geht's für Blue Viking.
Permanent Flammen. Oh, das wird aber eng,
A very good pull from the Blue Viking. But it's not enough for the final with this one. We have 95 meters, 0.96. It's a pity, but it's not enough for the final. But he will also get a second attempt. Licht dann auch passieren, die da an den Heckkotflügeln sind.
Das läuft doch nur über so einen Druckschalter, der in dem in der Ladedruckverrohrung irgendwie sitzt. Und wenn er den vollen Ladedruck erreicht hat, dann geht's Licht an.
Simply Green.
Ja.
Was sagst du?
Ich sag, meiner ist besser.
Also, Simply Green, another full pull. Next one in the final in the 4.5 ton Supersport class. Marine Besten on the tractor today. And also a really good full pull from the tractor. So, the next starter on the first track is Lehrling from Denmark. With Niels Ole Westergaard. He is the next and the first attempt.
Na, da war die Puste leider zu früh raus, aber das sah trotzdem mega gut aus.
So that means that the Fast Track Madness is the first tractor with his second attempt, because the Hot Hunter is not coming back. He has a broken turbocharger. Normally he would be the first starter in the second attempt, but he's not coming back, so the Fast Track Madness is the first one. And in the first run, there's some problems. try the gear. It was a little bit too high in my opinion. So we will see how the tractor is running now and if he can do it into the final. So, a big flame in the start. Second attempt for Fast Track Madness. And Ole Jespersen. Okay. Clutch problems, I think. So that means that was the second attempt for the Fast Track Madness.
So, Blue Viking, zweiter Versuch. Ich möchte die Flammen bitte wieder haben wie eben. Hauchdünn, glaube ich. Hast du gehört, dass zwischendurch einmal völlig die Puste weg war gefühlt?
We will come to the final now in the 4.5 ton Supersport class. And the first tractor in the final is the Krone Hulk from Klaus Fey, who is standing next to the tractor now. A good friend of him behind the steering wheel. So, Krone Hulk is the first starter in the final. Let's see what he can do. The distance for Krone Hulk is 93.69, but we will drive floating finish. That means if someone is going over the 110 and another competitor as well, we will have a super final. And on the first track, we have the next starter in the final, the great experience from the Netherlands with Wilco van Laar. Let's see if he can beat the distance from the Krone Hulk. That was the final pull from the great experience with 87 meters, 0.63. 5 meters, around 5 meters behind the Krone Hulk. So the distance from the Krone Hulk was not that bad. The next tractor on track 1 is the Red Impact. The international tractor from Henry Versluys from the Netherlands. I think it will be close for him to get the distance from the Krone Hulk. So, green flag on the first track for Red Impact, Henry Versluys. Nope, 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 nope. That was not a good run. But the next tractor from Denmark is the Votec Blue Dream. with Dennis Nielsen, who had a really good first run. Really fast, and one of the fastest full poles and the easiest full poles, in my opinion. So maybe he can beat the distance from the Krone Haag now. So green flag for Dennis Nielsen and his Blue Dream in the final. Zentimeter!
Alter, ja, das wird hart.
The distance for the Blue Dream is 92.95. It's not enough for the lead. So the Krone Haag is still on the first place and in the lead. And the next starter on the first track is Deer Hunter, Christian Haaland from Norway. And for a little time it was not enough turbo pressure, but he got it. But that is definitely not enough to go on the podium. 85 meters and 9 centimeters. And on the first track we have Extreme Edition again with Thomas Lingard. Let's see if he can beat the distance from Krone Haag. So green light at the Red Shadows ledge. And a green flag for the Extreme Edition from Denmark in the final.
Die sind so nah beieinander.
Ist das knapp. Also das ist hier alles innerhalb von... So the distance for the Extreme Edition is 92.89. So in current it's the third place for the Extreme Edition. And the next tractor on the first track in the final is Erik Peters with his international tractor. Let's see if he can beat the distance from the Krone Haag, who is still in the lead. Let's go. Das, Alter, was ist das denn? Also ganz ehrlich, das ist ja auch wieder 92 und ein paar Zeitrechte, würde ich jetzt mal so sagen, oder? And on the first track, the next tractor in the final is Alan Peterson with his back-in-business John Deere tractor. Let's see if he can beat the distance from Krone Haag. Let's go! Das ist ja abnormal. Also das ist wirklich abnormal. The distance for the back-in business is 89.85. And that means that the Kronenhagen is still in the lead. So next starter on the first track is the Secret of the Valley. So Tommy said we will see a new leader now. Let's see what Martin can do with his Secret of the Valley in the final.
Na?
Oi, 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 oi. That means he is on the current second place with his John Deere. Means that we have a Dutch tractor on the podium now on the second place. First place is still the Kronenhagen. I said it a lot of times today. And on third place we have the Votec Blue Dream from Dennis Nielsen. So that means two John Deeres in front. Oh, yeah, two John Deeres in front of a Ford. I think it's simply green tight now.
I don't think so.
And the last starter in the final is the Simply Green from the Netherlands. Today with Marien Nimbesten behind the steering wheel. And he is normally the big favorite of this class. So let's see if he can beat the distance from the leader, which is 93.69 from Kronenhagen. So the last starter in the 4.5 ton Supersport, Simply Green.
Na? Na?
Ai, 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 ai. Simply Green gewinnt! Simply Green is the new European champion. 93.79. 10 centimeters further than Kronenhagen. Unbelievable.